What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we've got a big thing to talk about, guys. This is no, laughing matter. This video is going to be a pretty serious video. You might be seeing a pretty serious side of me today because I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the recent stories that have come out about Yuzi Chahal. I'm embarrassed for the people involved, which we're about to get into. There's a few articles, of course, if you have been living under a rock and you have missed the last few days. Yuzi Chahal has come out with some pretty big stuff that happened to him at Mumbai Indians, which is just not acceptable. It's just not good enough. It honestly pisses me off that this shit happens. And I know some people are going to say to me, like, you're being soft, like it's funny or something like that. Like, I know some people, and that's okay. You can have a different opinion than me. That's the fun part about being on YouTube. Everyone is different and everyone can have their own opinion. But there's two big stories we got to talk about with this man, Yuzi Chahal. And firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that let me know when this story came out. And yeah, linked me all the tweets and told me, more in-depth details. Now, look, if I get anything wrong in this video, please let me know in the comments. But all right, we're just going to get straight into it because there's just a few things we really do have to talk about that, that just isn't acceptable at the end of the day. So we've got this first one here, which is the less of serious situations. It's still a very serious thing, but it's not as serious as the next one we'll get into. All right, this is quoted from Yuzi. I think he said it on it says down here, to an RCB podcast. So there's your answer. It's 2011 when Mumbai Indian won the Champions League, or the Cricket League, whatever it was called back then. Andrew Simons drank a lot of fruit juice, which, obviously had a couple to drink. He tied my hands, and Franklin tied my legs. Now, I actually have no idea who Franklin is. I've been seeing this name, Franklin, and I'm like, bro, who is Franklin? So, whatever, let's just put that guy to the side. Task for me was to open it, but they forgot they had put a tape on my mouth. The next morning, a cleaner came and saw me and got me out of it. Now, firstly, that is a disgrace. I know Andrew Simons is a big-hearted guy. He's people say that he's the nicest bloke you'll ever meet. People say that he is just such a lovely guy to be mates with and be around. And him and Yuzi are really good friends. They're really good friends. They've always been really, really good friends. Are they still friends? I have no idea, to be honest. But I know they definitely were, very strong together, and they've got a good relationship together. So, I know some people have an opinion on this one of saying, him and Simons were buddies, like it's not that serious. But at the end of the day, getting tied, like this is just outrageous. Like getting tied up, having your mouth taped up, and then being forgotten about as well. Like that's just not on. And I don't think, Andrew Simons, he would be the first to admit that he's embarrassed by this and that it's a disgrace. Now, in no means am I going to blame it on the alcohol that they were drinking, obviously, but that would have probably played a part. But again, it's no excuse for what happened here, and especially after just winning the CL. I'm sure Yuzi wanted to have a good time with his friends, his family, and celebrate, but instead he's... I'm not trying to laugh, but like, you've tied him up in a fucking room and what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Like, I just don't get it. It's not funny at all. And I've been seeing a lot of hate come towards Australia this week after this story, which I'm also not going to have either. A lot of people saying, everyone in Australia, they love when they drink, they're dick. Like, yes, that is very true. There is a lot of people, especially in the cricket world, of Australians who have let themselves loose a few times. But yeah, this is just not on. So Andrew Simons, I'm sure I'm sure he's probably given Yuzi a ring and has spoken to him about this. But look, we've got another thing to talk about here, and this one just really upsets me, to be honest. Like, this shit just pisses me off to the max, because you guys know that Yuzi Chahal is one of my favorite players in the world. Like, everyone loves this guy. Every single person loves Yuzi Chahal. He's one of the sweetest, little cutie little guys you've ever seen. He's such a great bowler. He's a great guy, super humble. Like, everyone loves Yuzi. All right, but now we're about to get into this. So, just a little warning, if you haven't heard the news and you don't want to, because there is a little bit of, just a trigger warning. There is some intense stuff that we're about to go through here. So if you guys, don't want to hear that, then please click off the video. But, all right. I'm going to read it out. In 2013, I was with the Mumbai Indians. We had a match in Bengaluru. There was a get-together after that. There was a player who was very drunk. I will not name his name. I haven't actually heard the name yet, but I have heard that it was not Andrew Simons, which is, thankful. He was very drunk. He was looking at me and he just called me. He took me outside and this shit. He took me outside and he dangled me from the balcony. My hands were around him. Had I lost grip, I was on the 15th floor. Suddenly, many people who were there came and got the situation under control. I kind of fainted. They gave me water. Then I realized how responsible you should be if you go out anywhere. So this was one incident where I felt I made a narrow escape. Had there been the slightest of mistake, I would have fallen down. I've got goosebumps talking about it. It's just, I don't know what words I can say on YouTube, but that's just fucking disgusting. That's just not okay. And I don't know who the player was, and I don't care who the player was. You're a disgrace. I don't know if the name's been announced. People can learn from mistakes. People can get better, but that shit is just, it's just not on. And what Chahal would have been 18, 19, 20, 21 at the time. He's in a new team. He's just trying to be friendly and be friends with everyone and play good cricket. And here I'm literally so mad talking about this shit. It's just not okay. It doesn't matter if he didn't lose his grip or not. It doesn't matter the result of the situation. It shouldn't matter at all whether he fell or not. It should not matter because this shit should just not happen. It should not happen. It should never happen. And the BCCI has to investigate this shit. It's this shit is ridiculous. And if this happened to, imagine if this happened to Virat or this happened to MS Dhoni. The whole of India would tear down whoever did that. This is just such a fucked up situation that he should have never been in. And I'm honestly speechless, guys. I don't know what to say. This shit is not okay. And I don't want to hear any more stories about anything ever like this ever again, to be honest, because you're with your mates, you're playing alongside all these legends, and, Yuzi probably thought he was just going to have a little joke with him and say, pretend that he was going to put him over the edge, but he wasn't. Even then, that's not okay. But it would have been obviously just a little prank. But you fucking picked him up and dangled him over it. Are you stupid? I don't know who the player was, but I want to know. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was... Okay. I was going to say if it was Moses Henriques, but it wouldn't have been him. But if it was my favourite player of all time, they won't be my favourite player ever again. This shit is not okay. I know this is a lot more of a serious video that I've come on here, and I know a lot of people like to, come to my channel and just have a laugh and... just have a laugh, listen to about some cricket and just, go on with the day. But... I feel like this was way too big of a story to not talk about and bring to the channel. This is something that I had to speak about, and I had a lot to say, as you can tell, about this situation. Now, look, I don't know if we will ever find out the player. I don't know if the BCCI has any interest in investigating. They should. They definitely should. The police should almost be involved. That's ridiculous, but... I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it, to be honest. And, imagine his mum hearing this story, his friends, I don't know, with all due respect, I don't know, what, family members, whatever. But, no, it's I'm just going to end off the video here in a minute. I know this is a very serious video, and I know, I'm pretty heated right now. I'm actually really pissed off. I'm not even going to lie, guys. We're going to go through the comments here. In fact, no, I'm not, because it's just a bunch of trolls in the comments. So we're not going to be reading those because there's some dickheads in the comments. So we're not going to give them the attention they deserve. But hey, that will cap it off, guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with me? Or do you think am I overreacting? I mean, someone let me know. Do you think I'm overreacting, or is this a situation that is as serious as it sounds? Because whether Yuzi thought it was a joke or whether Yuzi is still friends with that person, it shouldn't even matter, because that should just never happen again. Hey man, that's going to cap it off, guys. I don't know where to go from this. I don't know how you end off this sort of video. I hope Yuzi is okay. I hope he's recovered. We all love Yuzi. He's in arguably career best form, and hey, everything happens for a reason, man. You know, that could have put life into perspective for him. It could have, you just don't know. So hey, that will cap it off, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.